Coming up next on the TV, we have the news at 7, followed by a party political broadcast at 8, and finishing up with a documentary at 9 on presidential candidate Dr. Faith.
Our top news stories tonight. Shops have been raided and looted across the country by violent mobs. And in the Horn of Africa, famine strikes as refugee camps struggle to cope. Hello and welcome to the news at 7. Shocking news have emerged of violent mobs vandalizing shops and openly looting. The police have become overwhelmed, and amidst the chaos, 3 people have died after being taken to hospital. Now let us go to our correspondent who witnessed this incident. Thank you. I'm here at Azad's hut located in Stanmore Mosque. Earlier today, the shop was looted and vast quantities of pan have been stolen. Speaking to some here, it seems that they feel there is a clear lack of morals and ethics among today's youth, which is causing the problem. One person suggested that if there was a modern-day religious role model, then these scenes would not occur. Thank you, and back to the studio. In other news, 3 years of drought has left people in the Horn of Africa with depleted quantities of essential foods, causing a widespread famine. A statement today was issued by the Union of Charities, blaming people for not giving enough to charity. They say that greed has caused people to give less and less to charity. These problems repeatedly occur because people in richer countries only ever give enough money to solve the temporary symptoms, as opposed to giving slightly more money to fix the issues once and for all. Well, that's all from the news team at 7. Good night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Faith, and I'm wanting to be Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. We, the people, are living in a period of ignorance. Not just one gender, but both. Not just one race, but all. Not just us in the United Kingdom, but on a global scale across all countries and civilizations, spanning the entire diverse population from the Western superpowers to emerging forces in the East. We are living in ignorance. Do not be fooled by thinking that because we have touch-screen technology, smartphones and the internet, that we are living in some golden age of human knowledge. We are not. If you think we are, then why don't you take out your smartphone and by using your touchscreen, search the internet for the latest news stories? We may be in a golden age of technology and materialism, but not in the golden age of knowledge and understanding. If we are truly knowledgeable, would youth and adults alike be smashing up shop windows and looting? If we truly are the most advanced we have ever been, then why are thousands dying, even as we speak, from just a simple lack of food and water? Do not fool yourself. It is clear we are living in ignorance. But how can we remedy the situation? How can we cure these problems? First, we must find out why the situation has arisen. Luckily for us, the 11th Imam has given us the answer, as he has said, "He who dies without knowing Imam Al Mahdi died as if he lived in the period of ignorance." Therefore, it is clear what we must do. We must apply the morals, ethics and attitudes of the Imam to our modern day life. For example, the Imam would teach of respecting each other. This would mean that out of respect for each other's property and belongings, the riots would not have taken place. Furthermore, the example set would demonstrate to everyone that you should be content with what Allah has given you, and so there would have been no cause for the looting. Finally, knowing about Allah would give people something to answer to, giving them a cause to question each of their actions in accordance with Allah's judgment. A second example is the lack of charity, which is the cause for thousands of deaths a day. By leading the government as a person who strives to know the Imam, I can put forward measures to create a less materialistic society who gives more to charity. Through community cohesion programs, the British and global society would learn to love thy neighbor and care more for brothers in faith and humanity. From these examples, it is undeniably clear that by using what we know from the Imam, we can solve many of today's problems. We can move out of our period of ignorance and enjoy the fruits of the Imam's knowledge and teachings. What better person to take us forward into the new age than I, Dr. Faith? Thank you for listening, and remember to vote for me at the next general election. Good night.
Dr. Faith is a politician who is running to be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He has based his political views on the teachings of the Imams and Ahlul Bayt. He is often cited that his behavior and actions are his attempts to emulate how the 12th Imam would govern. After his extensive study of the 12th Imam, Dr. Faith feels like he knows and understands the Imam. He genuinely believes he can change the world for good through application of the Imam's teachings. He asks that all those who share his dream and respect his method of governing vote for him in the next general election. Thank you for watching, and good night.